Hey, I'm Kit Kinraid. I've been wrong about some stuff, and guess what? I'ma do it again. I'm not infallible, I'm just a lad out here doing my best. I'm bringing you the best information that I have at the time of having it. Sometimes more time and science prove a new thing righter than the last thing we thought that was right, and that's okay. Right? That doesn't make me a bad guy. I'm not my ideas, I just have ideas. So here's a couple of times when I have given a recommendation with the best of intentions that I'm now updating because further reading or developments have proved my previous recommendations less optimal than my current recommendations. Terms and conditions apply. Firstly, stretching. We all know that static stretching during exercise reduces your ability to output strength and therefore your overall potential for enmassivement. Nah, there's a lot of actually about this one, but it blew my tiny little mind. A handful of studies now and a review article that only came out like late last year have found that holding a static stretch at a 7 out of 10 intensity for 30 seconds immediately after completing a hard set can actually give you more gains. Yeah. So when you finish your set of bicep curls, instead of rushing off to find a mirror or see if you can catch the eye of your gym crush while your pump holds out, instead, stretch your biceps out. Get a stretch that is just less than painful, hold it for 30 seconds, and you can expect about 50% extra growth. Yeah, from time that you would otherwise be fanning around or swiping or whatever. I said there were caveats. There are caveats. These studies focus on hypertrophy over time, not on performance right now. There are studies showing holding stretches for 30 to 90 plus seconds can acutely decrease force and power output. And that's what I based my previous general fuck stretching attitude on, obviously, unless you have a lack of mobility that you're trying to fix. So if your training is performance oriented and the event that you're training for is imminent, maybe this isn't for you. The studies don't say how this affects explosive power and the like, but if you're looking to put on size and that's the goal, immediately after your set, stretch the target muscle for 30 seconds, not at pain, but probably at discomfort after a hard set. That's free gains, man. Free gains. More research is needed to find out what the sweet spot is time-wise for that stretch. Like, how often is too often? As in, if we know that a 90-second stretch is detrimental, do 3 30-second stretches add up to one 90-second stretch? Right now it doesn't seem like that, but there will be a point of diminishing returns and even negative results. So add this slowly is what I'm saying. For now, I'm just stretching after the last set of every compound exercise and in between every set of my admittedly very limited isolation work. That seems like a safe recommendation. I'm not going to be overdoing it there. The studies I saw had people stretch in between every set and still saw good results. However, the participants were untrained, so probably not doing that many sets. The second thing that I'm so wrong about that you should never ever listen to me ever again is protein. I was on 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and I used to think that that was ideal, like that was giving me an edge, you know? And if I was asked, I would say, dude, you are more than covered at 1 gram per pound, but I'm on 1.2 grams a pound because protein is the most satiating macro. Protein has the highest thermic effect, which is basically cash back on your calories, and there are no deleterious effects to eating excess protein, all of which is still true. And I said all of this even knowing that I'd seen studies that had similar growth at 0.7 grams, even 0.6 grams per pound of body weight. But I figured, well, a lot of those studies are in untrained individuals who can grow their abs by holding in a fart. So that doesn't apply to me. And also the general recommendation is you up your protein if you're in a calorie deficit. And now my leanness was getting a little spicy, but growth-wise, there doesn't seem to be any statistically significant difference in muscle protein synthesis between 1 gram or more than 1 gram. So all else equal, you can get the same gains eating 1 gram or more than 1 gram. But with my history of keto and carnivore, here's what I don't think I had the best grip on. If you spend the calories that you were spending on that extra protein, the excess protein, I bet you dollars to donuts that you can probably eat with those calories. If you spend the calories that you're spending on the excess protein on carbs, now you're gonna have more energy for your workouts, more glycogen in the muscles to get them extra reps, which is gonna get, guess what, them extra gains. So yes, all else equal, there is no difference between 1 gram and 1.2 or whatever, but all else isn't equal. At 1 gram and higher carbs, you have more energy to get more reps to send a more robust signal to the muscle to freaking grow. Now, if you're on a diet to get jacked and stacked and juicy, you want all them gains, which means you need just enough protein to build a muscle, which at 1 gram per pound, check. Just enough fats to support your health, which at 0.3 grams per pound, check. And then as much energy to fuel your workouts and get as massive as possible. I'll say this again, not that anybody needs to hear it, but I'll say it just in case. Carbs don't make you fat. Fat don't make you fat. Excess calories in any form make you fat. And I wasn't getting fat, but I wasn't giving myself the most ideal fuel mix to grow. Don't eat to excess, do eat to fuel your success. Get strong, get swole, get lean. Show Holly that stood you up at the high school disco that you are worthy of her time. And then when she comes over like, oh, hey, wow, I haven't seen you in so long. You're looking so big. You'd be like, nah, reject her advances. I'm not still sore. So there's a couple of times when I've been wrong recently. I'm sure there will be more, and when they crop up, I will be sure to let you know if you don't let me know first. Sometimes I wish I'd have started YouTube earlier. I think anyone who makes anything for a platform wishes they'd have got in earlier. But then I remember all the horseshit I used to believe in when I didn't really know how to get to the real answers. And I'm glad I don't have to go back and make videos about how really wrong I was. For example, I fell for that alkalinity of your water bullshit. And I have a memory that keeps me up some nights and really helps me keep my ego detached from the things I think I know. This memory is me heatedly arguing with this dude that I didn't even know about the alkalinity of lemon juice. And I wasn't in a good place personally, so I attached my worth as a human being to the lemon juice being alkaline. And the dude was like, it's called citric acid. And I was fuming. I'm certain I stormed off or something. But my behaviour on that day bugs me to this day. But I had a strong chat with myself afterwards. I stopped identifying with my ideas. And now, being wrong is great. Being wrong means you've learned something. And learning means that you're alive and that you've grown. And those are good things. So let's keep updating our knowledge. Let's keep being fine with being wrong. Let's keep staying alive like the Bee Gees. Are any of the Bee Gees still alive? That might be all. Anyway, thank you for being you. Please pick a thing and do it. That would really help me out. But whatever else you do, get them gains. Be well.